The Mynapoint campaign is back, and this time it's offering My Number card holders the chance to get up to 20,000 yen in points to use for cashless shopping. From June 30th through the second Mynapoint campaign, cardholders were able to begin applying for 7,500 points for having registered to use their My Number card in place of their health insurance card, and another 7,500 points for connecting a bank account to the card through which to receive potential financial benefits and support. In this video, we're going to take a look at the steps involved in getting the maximum 20,000 points out of the campaign. But before we get into that, as always, thanks for your continued support of CityCost. If you like this video, please click on that thumbs up button at the end and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into it. The Japanese government's Mynapoint initiative kicked off in 2020, offering My Number social security and tax identification card holders the chance to get up to 5,000 yen in points back from cashless purchases or charges up to a value of 20,000 yen. The initiative was created as a way to address any potential slump in consumer spending following a 10% consumption tax hike in 2019, and also any potential slowdown that might have resulted from a 2020 Summer Games hangover. As it was, the coronavirus pandemic saw the Games postponed for 1 year, but not the rollout of the first Mynapoint campaign, which eventually wrapped in March of 2021. Now, as of June 30th, Mynapoint is back with Phase 2. Getting the full 20,000 points from the second Mynapoint campaign if you're starting from scratch, i.e. you don't yet have a My Number card, essentially involves the following key steps. The first step is to apply for and receive a My Number card. Then you can apply for the original 5,000 Mynapoints, essentially your reward for having gotten a My Number card, which will involve attaching your card to a cashless payment service. You also need to register your My Number card for use in place of your health insurance card, after which you can apply for 7,500 points. Finally, you need to connect a bank account to your My Number card, which will allow you to apply for another 7,500 points. If you already have a My Number card, you can jump straight into your application for your first 5,000 points. If you got 5,000 points during the first campaign, unfortunately, you can't apply for another 5,000 points as part of the second campaign. In order to qualify for the second Mynapoint campaign, you need to submit an application to get a My Number card by the end of September 2022, and it takes about 1 month for applications to be processed. We covered how to apply for the first 5,000 points of the first campaign in an earlier video on CityCost, which we'll link to in the description below. Some viewers commented that the process turned out to be quite simple and straightforward. However, it has changed a little bit since then. More of that later on in this video. Just remember, these 5,000 points are acquired through shopping using a pre-selected cashless payment service. Just as in the first Mynapoint campaign, users get 25% back in the form of points on purchases up to 20,000 yen made via that pre-selected cashless payment service, so a maximum of 5,000 points back. My Number card holders can reserve and apply for Mynapoints via the Mynapoint smartphone application or software downloaded onto a PC. You'll need your My Number card, the 4-digit PIN code created upon applying for your card, a smartphone or card reader capable of reading the IC chip in the card, and the payment service ID and security code. The new flow goes a little something like this. Open the app and select Start Application at the top. Hit the Start button and enter your PIN. Read your My Number card with your smartphone. You're then offered the options of which points you wish to apply for. Select 5,000 points in this case, then hit the Continue button at the bottom. We then select a cashless payment service. Select from the cashless payment services displayed or do a keyword search. Confirm and select OK. Enter payment service ID, which is required, security code also required, and phone number, the last 4 digits, that's optional, and then hit Next at the bottom. Confirm the application details again on the screen, hit Confirm and Next at the bottom, agree to the terms and conditions, then hit Finish on the final screen. Okay, so you've got your My Number card, you've registered a cashless payment service through which to receive your Mynapoints, and you've applied for and received your first 5,000 points of the campaign. Now, if you want to get an extra 7,500 points, what you now need to do is register your My Number card for use in place of your health insurance card in something called Myna Insurance. Now, when we say health insurance card, what we mean here is that card that serves as proof that you are enrolled in one of the state-run health insurance schemes, so Kokumin Kenko Hoken or Shakai Hoken. And actually registering your My Number card for use as a health insurance card looks to be a pretty straightforward process. Again, the Myna Portal application or software will need to be downloaded, and your My Number card, 4-digit PIN code, and smartphone or card reader capable of reading the IC chip in the card need to be ready at hand. It's largely just a case of scanning your My Number card, entering the PIN, and pressing an apply button. We made an earlier video about this process, which we'll link to in the description below. Also in that video, we take a look at some of the benefits, or not, of getting involved in Myna Insurance. Now, it doesn't stop there. In order to get your 7,500 points from doing this, you actually have to apply for them. They're not just given to you automatically. More on how to do this later on in the video. So we're on 12,500 points. To get the remaining 7,500 points to reach 20,000, we need to connect a bank account with our My Number card. As of March 2022, My Number card holders have been able to connect a bank account to their card. Now, why would you want to do this? Good question, and I think some people, me included, are going to take some convincing over this. Aside from getting 7,500 points through the Mynapoint campaign, by connecting a bank account, My Number card holders can apparently more easily register to receive financial aid and benefits. For example, the emergency one-off 100,000 yen cash payment that came during the coronavirus pandemic, and also things like receipt of pensions, childcare allowance, and income tax refunds. Registration is again done via Myna Portal, and again you'll need your My Number card, 4-digit PIN code, and smartphone or card reader, and of course your bank account details. After scanning your My Number card and confirming the details are correct, you'll be asked to enter personal information, including your name in katakana characters, an email address and phone number. After doing this, you can search from a list of banking institutions. You'll need to know the branch name and account number of the account you wish to register. It's possible to register a Japan Post Bank account. Once you've entered all these details and press proceed, the system will check with the financial institution whether or not your account actually exists. Once the check is complete and okay, you'll be taken to a confirmation screen, and from there a screen at which you agree to the terms and conditions before completing the registration. So now finally then, it's time to apply for those points. And this can be done for all phases of the campaign essentially at the same time. So the initial 5,000 points, the insurance card points, and the bank account points. So what we need to do is go back to the Mynapoint app, not the Myna Portal app, but the Mynapoint app, and click on Moshikomu, apply. You'll then have to enter your PIN and scan or read your My Number card before being taken to a screen where you select which points you're applying for. The original 5,000 points, the insurance card points, and or the bank account points. Assuming we've already applied for and received the original 5,000 points, this time we select the 7,500 points for the insurance card and the 7,500 points for the bank account. The next screen then confirms the cashless service we've already registered to use. We OK that, and then we have to enter the cashless service ID number given to each of the available services. We're then taken to a points confirmation screen and a terms and conditions screen, which we have to agree to before the application is complete. Depending on the cashless service used, the time it takes to receive the points may change. We've heard of just 1 or 2 days with some of the major services. As with any campaign, Mynapoints are available for a limited period. You need to have applied for them by the end of February 2023. Alright, whether we like the idea or not, the Japanese government appears keen on expanding the use of My Number cards, and essentially the Mynapoint campaign is a way to get more people on board with this. As of May 15, 2022, the cumulative number of My Number cards issued was approximately 56,110,000, or 44.3% of the population, according to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications. As of May 8, 2022, approximately 8,550,000 cardholders, that's 6.7% of cardholders, had registered to use their health insurance cards, and approximately 1,310,000 people, or 1% of cardholders, had registered a bank account, connected a bank account in order to receive financial benefits. No matter how reluctant some people might be, myself included, in getting a My Number card, you can't help but feel that in the not too distant future, these things are going to become all but essential. News reports have already hinted that health insurance cards could be scrapped in favour of My Number cards. And there are plans to connect My Number cards with our driver's licenses. It might feel like increasing convenience for some, an ever-increasing invasion of our privacy for others. How about you? Let us know in the comments below this video. Once again, if you like this video, click on that thumbs up mark. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and when you do, click on that bell for notifications so that you don't miss our latest videos. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.